Okay, two circles have the following properties. They share the common tangent, which is the x-axis. So let's go and draw the x-axis here, and I'm going to put a small circle. Okay, another circle, slightly bigger. They are tangent. Next point, there is a common point for both circle, which is A2. So definitely I cannot draw this down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag and put this up now. Okay, for now I can say that this is the common point 8 comma 2. Let's read the next one. The center of the circle lie on this particular line. So I have a center here, I have a center here. So they are saying, hello, if you join this, then this line is exactly this. So let's try to find the gradient first. My y will be negative half x plus 11. The slope is negative. Look at my drawing, the slope is positive. So let's change it a little. We take this, we try to put it here. It fulfills every other criteria. Now let's check. Do I have a common point? Yes. And then if I join my centers, I am having negative gradient, more or less. Let's try to make it vector looking. This is just for illustrative purpose to give you an idea on how to solve it better. So we got a 8 comma 2 over here now. Okay, let's write this. X plus 2y equals to 22. What do they want? They want the equation of the circle. How do you write your equation of circle? X minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to r squared. So where is this a and b? Okay, as for a start, let's label this as a and b. I'm focusing on this and I'm going to put just as a and b. Because of this word tangent here, I know that it will form 90 degree, okay, to the x-axis. So what will this point be now? Isn't it a comma 0? They are. Actually, this particular gap has another name. Can you make sense of it? What is the gap there? It's technically b minus 0, right? Which is the b. What is another name for the b? It is its radius. Okay. So what I can do now, okay, the r squared I can rearrange and I can say, and I can call it as b squared now. So how do I find this particular x and the y? It is given to me, they have a point which lies on the circle. So we can go ahead and write x minus a squared plus 2 minus b squared. Right? Now let me ask you again, what do you want? In order to be able to answer, you need to find the value for the a and b. If I want to find the value of a and b, I'll come back here. Look at this. You have one unknown here and then another unknown here. Correct? Two unknown. If you have two unknown, then you can't solve them to find the value of either a or b. So how else can you express a in terms of b or b in terms of a? Any idea? Think about it. What we can do, we know that this center lies on this line. Am I right? So let's try to label it, rearrange. A plus 2b equals to 22. Therefore, a is 22 minus 2b. What I can do, I can take this and I can substitute here. By doing that, I will be able to find the value of b. And eventually, I will know the center of the circle. Let's try. Now this is just an expansion. You can take out the 2 and make it as a 2 squared, up to you. should give you 49 times by 4, 200. We can divide it by 4. Factorize 10 and 5. See, you are getting two different b values. Just now, okay, let's make sense here. See, the b is exactly your gap, right? Why am I having two different b value? Because you have another circle here. So you have a radius here and also radius here. Okay, two different radius. So we need to get two equation of circle now. So remember, your radius is 10 and this radius is 5. We can put this as R1, R2. Then you find the A value. What is your A value? Substitute here. That is A2. So circle 1, let's write x minus 12 squared, y minus 5 squared equals to 25. So circle 2, 100.